Hi there. Hi. Yes, 12 back again. Sorry. I was working out as I was reading this chapter. Just realized that I want to be Zoro. Gotta look the part a little bit more than that. Gotta get my grip up some. So yeah, let's get it. So 1107, One Piece chapter 1107. I've been looking. The cover art starts off with Beppo being very upset. Because Captain Law is having a nap with a snow leopard, a different animal. Beppo. Sorry about that. Uh, yeah. But let's get right into it. Of course, we start off with Dorian Bragi, who just arrived, not by themselves though, but of course with with Omo and Kashi, the other two giant warrior pirates that are following, of course, Dorian Bragi as their crew. The giant warrior pirates start their attack all of the small vessels that are out there now and trying to make landfall. The pirates are all moving closer and faster to get landing on top of Egghead, which means that they're going after every ship that's out the way, literally doing what they said and smashing them all to bits. Of course, we have Usopp, Nami, and Chopper looking on from the top of the Egghead Island. As Usopp has on his goggles, and he realizes that he sees his masters finally making some type of land. Master Dory and Master Bragi are both there, and Nami can see Omi and Kashi as well, and of course, Chopper is excited to see them as well because I remember meeting them back some time ago. If you guys don't remember that, Dory and Bragi, they had their beef that started hundreds of years ago, and they were fighting, which led to their crews being split up and looked after by Omi and Kashi. Omo and Kashi, sorry. And of course, Luffy, the gang all arrived. They helped them settle their difference, their dispute from 100 years ago, and as well become more friends. Then that way they could actually be friends, come back and find Omo and Kashi and tell them that their captors are still fighting, or not fighting anymore, but they're still on the island stuck there, and they should probably go swing and pick them up. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Of course, we cut back now from the flashback to just looking on at just how much joy is coming down Usopp's face. He knows for a fact that Dorian Bragi came here to help them um, escape and help them fight off the Marines, because this has made some type of wave inside the news already, and it's a lot of commotion going on. So Usopp knows that it's time to finish up with the preparations and start this oath. But as they're talking to one another, Nami gets a call in from Brooke, and Brooke, of course, is with Lily, and they're having a little conversation. Brooke, as Lilith smacks Brooke and calls him a bonehead and says that he really is brainless. Because of that, we see that Lilith finally explains everything, and of course, Jinbei is still taking off, looking for Zoro, and trying to make sure that Zoro gets done with the fight for one, but also makes his way back. They can all escape together, and Zoro is still having his battle out with Lucci. Lucci is in his full leopard mode, his awakened beast leopard, going against Zoro. Zoro's only fighting with two swords out right now, and it looks like he doesn't have the Wado Ichimonji out. He does have out um Tetsu the Third and Enma as he's fighting off Lucci. And Lucci is trying to get inside Zoro's head, just trying to tell him that, there's no point for them to wait for you when they're just waiting for a body in the first place. It's going to be pointless. And of course, Zoro knows for a fact that Rob Lucci, you're not the one in control of the fight. I am. And I'm going to prove that as we get another cutaway to finally go back to the damage report that's been done with by all the pacifistas as they're destroying and blowing up all of the small vessels that the Marines have, moving them up. And of course, Vice Admiral Red King is trying to get it under control, telling all the small vessels get behind the battleships, so the battleships will lead the way. as they knock out one of the pacifistas with a direct hit, the cannonball. They're just trying their best to just get there. And we cut back to the action now. We see Luffy mid-air, of course, doing his famous Nika pose, and he just calls out for Bonnie. And he knows for a fact, he doesn't know much about everything, but he wants to wonder why she's crying in the first place. As Bonnie just calls him an idiot and says, "I've been looking for you so long." And he simply says, "But I've been here the whole time." And Bonnie replies back, "Sure, but I didn't know you were Nika." And in a famous fashion way, we can see Luffy going, "Nika? What's that?" And then she brushes it off because she realizes that she's talking to a complete idiot that doesn't know what his awakened form is just yet. So she just tells him straight up, he asks her straight up, "What's with all that whimsical punching you tried to throw earlier?" As she says that she was trying to copy his um, big rubbery attack that Luffy does for his punches. Because he wanted to call it a whimsy move, she asks him, "Why don't you show me how it's done then?" As a matter of fact, do it on that guy right there. And she points to Jay Garcia. And Jay Garcia looks over and just says, "Everybody's like filthy cockroaches. Nobody deserves to live now." If he takes that as, "Yeah, right, watch this. We all deserve to live." So, Bonnie, that sounds like a plan. And he charges up a booming Don Gauntlet as he hits Jay Garcia in the face so many times with armament coated Gear 5 Hockey Gatling. He knocks him down to the ground. Bonnie, of course, is crying because she's crying now tears of joy, and it's time to escape. So Frankie, of course, is trying to get her to stand up, leave Vegapunk. She doesn't want to go, but Vegapunk, being a doctor for so long, just knows if he moves now, he will die. With that being said, Kizaru says, no matter how it goes, you're gonna die either way. And as Kizaru charges up a real light beam, shoot it off, we get Sanji flying right in and kicking and stopping the beam of light. Yes, Sanji's body, his new feats, and his new hacks of his awakened augmented body is able to kick away a light beam, or so we think. Because when asked, "What was that?" It was a freaking laser. How did you do that? He goes, "A laser does not hold a candle to love." First off, Sanji, she is 12. You gotta stop, my guy. Secondly, um, I think I'm gonna have to agree with Kizaru here that if that's the case, all the physics books we gotta scrap them, start from scratch. But as Sanji lays up there and now is in front of Kizaru, as well as Luffy being around in Gear 5 mode, we now have Gear 5 Luffy in awakening full body protected armor. Sanji, as he lights a cigarette, facing off, standing in front of Kizaru. It says, as Kizaru looks on, as they're going to expect me to be back heads. All your heads have to come back with me now, because if not, then I'm really going to be looked as a failure. And of course, Nika, Luffy is bouncing up and down. And coming from Sanji, Sanji just starts lighting cigarettes up as well. But I start drafting an apology letter. And then we see a giant stomp with a foot coming down. As we cut back away, look at Jay Garcia on the ground. This foot lands with a heel on her feet. Says, "Wow, one of the five girls say down in the dirt. You've come all the way down here with that delicious power." I wonder how, just what type it is, what kind it is. To think that elder like you would have to come down to the surface and bless us with his presence is unheard. As this woman is unveiled to say, "Mission complete," she looks on and is none under than Katarina Devon as well as Van Og. Now they could, one, see the five girls say and not complete their mission, and two, understand that Teach was special and he was right. Because a level 6 XP, Jay Garcia explains, should not be a subordinate for him. And as his liege grows, it just becomes more and more of a pain in the ass. And Katarina Devon knows that her crew is something special, and they're going to go after the entire world when asked by Jay Garcia, what are they getting out of it? Van Auger grabs hold of Katarina Devon, and as Jay Garcia brings his foot down to try to nail them, one of his legs, Van Auger warps them to the other side of an island. But as they get to the other side of the island and start walking off, because it's time to go yet again, they want to continue to get it by them. They're stopped by a man who's been around the Straw Hats for such a long time. He's been traveling with the entire crew since we were leaving water, since we were leaving Fishman Island. That man is none other than Caribou. Caribou is looking on at Van Og and at Katarina Devon, or should I say Supersonic Van Og, and Maiden Hunter Katarina Devon. Says that it's his pleasure to be. He's been looking for them so long because he wants to be under his idol. That Teach is his role model, his hero, and he doesn't dream of anything but being a lackey, Commodore Teach. Obviously, this man is slurp slurp playing, but Oda sure as hell does not disappoint. Things getting interesting right now because now we have Caribou who's looking to join and become a lackey. We have Sanji finally awakening, doing something by knocking a light beam out the way, as well as Gear 5 Luffy awake. We have Jinbei heading over to pick up Zoro, who is having a fight, a very, very long fight, should have been in with Rob Lucci, and the giant pirates are all now on area, as well as a member of the Five Crusade and a Marine Vice Admiral, so, in a Marine Admiral, and Kizaru. So Egghead has so much going on right now. With Vegapunk looking like he's gonna take his last breath soon. Oda is holding true to the fact he just don't miss. It's crazy to think that Caribou knows where Pluton is. And he's been with them since Order 7, so he's probably heard all the conversations that's been going on as well, because he probably either has a copy of Poneglyphs or he knows where they're at, as well as the ancient weapon. Because we all know he tried to snatch Princess Shikoshi up, but Shaw has one going. So this is gonna be amazing to see right here, and of course, just to see the fact that love can overpower any type of beam. Um, Sanji has some explaining to do. He needs to go talk to Edison or somebody. Because yeah, this is nuts. But let's get it. Let's freaking get it. I love seeing it. Um, just don't miss. Can't wait for chapter 11, 8 to come out. What are your guys' thoughts? Comments down below. Are we looking forward to see what ends up happening if Vegapunk does perish, as well as if Bonnie joins up with Puma and goes back to the Revolutionary Army because she has control over all pacifista now that army gets a lot stronger, or if they become subordinates and work under Luffy, Straw Hats, but Puma has his hands tied as well, seeing that he works with Luffy's father, Dragon, already. So it'll be interesting to see what comes from this. But Oda snapping with these chapters. And till next time, we catch you guys. This is 12 signing off. Another wonderful chapter. Ichiro Gold.